For any Xbox or PlayStation codes or cheap games on any platform, use the referral link in the description. It'll take you to g2a.com. Use the promo code CHES over there and you'll get yourself 3% cash back. For all No Identity merchandise, hats, hoodies and t-shirts, follow the link in the description down below to the No Identity Fan Fibre website. Hey guys, welcome to episode number 1 of a brand new series here on the Chesnoy Gaming channel. As you can tell from the title, it's a youth road to glory. We're starting at Wimbledon, as you can see from the thumbnail and the shirt that I'm wearing. This is the third kit. I actually prefer this to their other two kits, so I decided to buy the third kit for this particular series. Now, the rules to this are simple. As the title says, Youth Road to Glory, and the aim is to bring in a full squad, not just a full 11, a full squad of youth regen players that have been created by the game itself over the course of the first 12 to 18 months, and then try and take that squad and build to it across the years to take them to the top of the English and European games by hopefully winning the Champions League by season 4, 5, 6, who knows? We'll have to wait and see how long it takes us, because we are on Legendary, and again, as is the case with the Southampton series, and to be fair, it's been the case with every series since we figured out the slider settings halfway through the Chelsea season 1, shot error down to 35 for the CPU, pass error down to 15, goalkeeper ability up to 60, run frequency up to 60, and their control error is down to 30. My stats are all default at 50, so it will be difficult. Hopefully not quite as difficult as the Southampton series, but fingers crossed it will add yet another wave of diversity to the channel. Of course, the Southampton series has been a complete breath of fresh air with regards to everything else that's happened on the channel, perhaps even the past 2 FIFAs. And fingers crossed this can be something similar. We have a small budget, £2.3 million at present. I will use the Scout Future Star for Season 1 as well, and probably for every season. And what I'd like to do is go out and spend some money on a Youth Scout. Now, obviously, that seems like the most obvious things to do in the first instance, and we'll get the most expensive one to start us off. Now, hopefully, we can get some good talent to start things off. I'm going to start locally. We'll start with English players, and then we'll just wait and see what happens after that. I'm going to try and raise some money, of course, by selling on basically anyone in the starting lineup. A couple of people actually came up with some good ideas on Twitter and in the comments section of previous videos, saying I should perhaps keep 2, 3 players from the original squad, just kind of as like elder leaders, or kind of one for a captain, and then just, you know, it's a core experience to the team to kind of lead the youngsters through. So that's the plan. Who those 2 or 3 players will be, I'm not sure. There is a little bit of history with myself and Kwesi Appiah, of course. He used to play for Cambridge. He was a key part of the Road to Glory series we did with Cambridge United on FIFA 15. And I'm very much looking forward to using Kwesi again. He's probably going to be one of the players that we keep at the club. With regards to everyone else, probably Darius Charles as well. He's probably going to stay at the club for the long term. We'll have to wait and see. And basically everyone else who's here at the minute has the chance to earn their right to be at the club longer term. But basically, everyone is up for sale. Pretty much everyone is up for sale. Scout's going to go out. Now, we'll have a look at the board objectives. Obviously, not expecting too much Season 1, but if we can get promotion, that would be great. They want me to sign 1 youth player in a midfield position. We're going to be signing multiple, so it doesn't matter. And sign at least 2 players younger than 20 years old that have potential greater than the average overall of people in the same position in the current squad. That too won't be a problem. Brand exposure, sell out, at least 85% of capacity, at least 50% of home games this season. Just good performances should, fingers crossed, be able to sort that for us. Financially, this is part of the game that I've not actually encountered yet. High financial criteria. Keep player salary growth under 12%. Now, because we're going to be signing youth regens, they normally only want a few £100s a week. So that should be easy. We should be able to drop the salary cap, or the amount we're spending on wages, with the sale of other players, rather than actually have it grow. And they want us to finish the season with a profit margin of £8.8 million. Not sure how easy that will be. Don't think we'll be earning that much through prize money from a league finish, and we perhaps might have to rely on a cup run or 2 to actually earn that. Domestically, they want us to finish mid-table. That should be very much achievable. And they reached a round of 32 of the FA Cup, which will be a challenge, but obviously no continental success necessary. Now, because of course we're only in League 1, and this is going to be a longer term series to kind of speed up the lower divisions till we get to the Premier League, today's episode will be kind of an introduction to it, and then I'll show you our first game, basically, against Coventry. We have Coventry, Brescia, and Carl Zeiss Heine, or Carl Zeiss Heine. I don't know what league they're from in our group stage. We'll play Coventry today as kind of an introduction to the series, and then basically each episode for at least the first season, probably the second season as well if we get promoted into the Championship. Basically every season until we reach the Premier League, each episode will be a full month, so that we don't get bogged down and have to take too long getting to the higher reaches of English football. So we'll do all of August as a month, all of September, all of October, etc. I'll play 3 games per episode and sim the rest. Unless there's a very, very busy month, in which case I might play 2 and sim the rest just to make sure the video isn't like an hour long, and it would destroy my computer trying to render something like that out. But because we're not looking to buy anyone in any of the windows, I'm going to be able to accelerate a little bit quicker through the transfer windows. Obviously, in a normal series, I take it 2 games at a time to get feedback from you guys as to who to sign, whereas I don't really need the feedback from you guys in this one with regards real life players to sign. However, you guys will have a part to play when it comes to deciding which youth players we call up, which youth players we train, and where to send scouts. Like I say, I've sent my first scout to England, but we've got the globe to go for, and it's not something I've done before. And I know a number of you have done saves like this on your own, so you might say there's always, you might recommend me a different country, but like Ches, you might stand a great chance. That's the sort of scout I want. Gabriele Rossi, 5-star experience, 5-star judgment would be perfect, but unfortunately not quite there yet. But we've got players to sell, so I'm hoping that we can raise a number of funds with those player sales. The side at present looks all right. Kwesi Appiah and Lyle Taylor up top, both pacey, both decent strikers. Mark Bartram on the left-hand side, he's quite fast. Not as fast as he used to be on FIFA, but decent. Harry Forrester on the right is very, very capable as well. One of the better players. In fact, may even be the highest-rated player at the club at 67. And, yeah, indeed he is. 67 rated, my highest-rated player. We have Liam Trotter in the midfield, and Abdul as well. He's really good physically, so hopefully he can do the job. Darius Charles and Oshilaya in midfield. Great physicals on Oshilaya. I'm hoping maybe he could actually be very, very good sensible for me. Only 24. Again, we're looking to sell everyone on, but we want to bring in replacements as soon as possible with regards to youth regens, so that's the plan. I will look at the free agents, but only youth regen free agents. Of course, if I have a quick look at the search players tab to show you, if we search for free agents, you can see some don't have faces. That's just because the faces aren't genuinely in the game. But if it's a regen, it will have a regenerated face like this, like Raul Bejarano. He is a regen, so I would be allowed to sign him. But, for example, Danny Bejarano, I would not be able to sign because he's a real-life player. So we're only allowed to sign youth regens in this series. So it's going to be interesting. I've never done anything like this before. So hopefully you guys are excited about it. Do drop the video a like if you're looking forward to it. I'm very much looking forward to getting stuck into this series and seeing how well we do. I've no idea what to expect. I might as well scout these youth prospects, or the guys that are on the free agents list that are regens, although to be fair, he's 20 years of age and looks absolute dirt, so we won't look at him. But people like Kostadin Stoyanov, we can scout and ask my scouts to give me an opinion at least, and you guys can give your opinions as well. Raul Bejarano, he actually looks quite decent physically at just 19 years of age, although he's only 5'10", but hopefully he might be able to play in a multitude of different positions. We'll have to wait and see, although his short passing is only 32 to 42, so I'm pretty sure he'll be a centre-back only. We also have Vasil Dimitrov as well, potential Bulgarian left-back. Anyone else here? Luvuyo Frosler. Looks terrible, but at this stage, players that we're looking to sign are going to be pretty bad because we're only in League One. And a 65 rated player may actually be an improvement on what we've already got. Are there any goalkeepers? Wow, Roy Carroll is still a thing in this day and age. Any regen goalkeepers we could look at? None whatsoever. Okay, well, we'll wait and see what our scout brings back. I will now go and do the Scout Future Star. Where is that? There we go, Scout Future Star. Let's do that one. Redeem. He will come back within the first month, I believe, and give us someone to bring into the club. And like I say, we're going to be training a lot, but there's no point training anyone I've got currently because they're not going to be here for long. So I'm not going to bother training in this first stage, but hopefully we can get a multitude of player sales done as soon as possible. I'm not going to be too picky with regards negotiating fees. I just want to get players out because obviously their wages are going to be easily replace. Like if someone's on £5,000 a week, youth regens are going to be on £500 a week. So I could easily transfer the wage budget and transfer budget around to be able to afford scouts and new signings. So I'm positive that this is going to be a good series for us, and I'm also hoping that we can make it a relatively successful one as well. Like I say, drop the video a like if you're enjoying. Subscribe to the channel too to make sure you don't miss out on any more of this series. There'll be an updated schedule in the description as to when you can expect episodes of this series and the Southampton series on a daily basis. And then check the channel page for anything we have missed from the Southampton series, I guess. But let's go and play our first game against Coventry. They're League 2, Coventry City. So I'm hoping for a win. And then we'll just have to wait and see if our scouts come back with anything else. Like I say, tomorrow's episode, we will finish the month of July. I'm hoping to make it out of the group stage. Obviously, to raise some more funds as well. There's an extra £1.3 million available if I can win this pre-season tournament. That's another scout. So fingers crossed we can do well. And then, like I say, each episode will be 1 month per video until we get to the Premier League. So hopefully it could be a good series for us. But I'm going to jump into game number 1. Let's see what our current squad of players are like. And then with the addition of a few... These are the other kits that... unfortunately, the third kit isn't actually on the game. So I'm actually even more proud... Well, not proud. I don't know why I say proud. I'm even more pleased that I picked up this kit because it gives us an extra dimension to the game. But I really like their kits, actually. Football Manager are their sponsors, of course. But we'll play in the home kit, in the blue one, and they can play in their grey away kit. Coventry City versus AFC Wimbledon. Let's go. Fuller, forward into Lyle Taylor. Kwesi's making the run. I don't know what to expect from this Wimbledon side, but hopefully Lyle Taylor and Kwesi Appiah can create quite the partnership, and they very nearly start the game the right way. A secondary block as well, not far away at all from 1-0 Wimbledon in the opening 5 minutes or so. Oh, I tried to squeeze that through and couldn't quite do it. Not only is it going to be a different style of series because I'm going to be using youth regens for the majority of the players, but I've not played with a team quote-unquote this bad, i.e. with their average overall ratings, since FIFA 17. And even then, it wasn't even... It was players that I was familiar with at the very least with the Cambridge team. So I don't know what to expect from this at all. Into Abdu. Kwesi's made a run. Lyle Taylor was there in support. Abdu's around the outside. Abdu, good strike, good save by O'Brien, and it will be a corner. Played some good possession football in this game to this point. Haven't yet figured out how to properly shoot with players that are so low rated, but we'll get this to Darius Charles. Should show good strength and does. Trotter, shot blocked from him again. It's the second time he's had a shot charged down by a defender. Positive opening half an hour though. McNulty inside to Kelly. McNulty to Stuart Bevan, who's dropped the shoulder well. Good save by Long. First time Coventry are testing my keeper, and he's come out on top. Kelly will take the corner. It's a good whip, but Abdu just smacks that clear. Solid enough defensively, as well as creative offensively in this opening half an hour. Haynes into McNulty. Also, nice drop of the shoulder by Mark McNulty. And Stuart Bevan gives Coventry a 1-0 lead after 39 minutes. Not much power on the shot, but the placement was good enough to see it past the keeper. Should have done better there defensively. That was a good turn by McNulty, to be fair. And the accuracy, just too much for the keeper. Good finish into the bottom corner. Coventry 1-0 up. Around the outside into Lyle Taylor. Kwesi's making the run through the middle. Taking his stride well. Look for Lyle Taylor. No, I'm going to twist. Nicely done by Kwesi Appiah. Good save by O'Brien. We get something from the corner maybe. Lyle Taylor to deliver. I should perhaps put someone else on it. Good header from Oshilaya, but unfortunately the keeper claims it. Very nearly an equaliser on the stroke of half time, but it wasn't to be. Actually, Oshilaya's back there defensively as well. Quite the workhorse. Space for Harry Forrester on this right-hand side. Can he do anything with it? It's a good run. And the finish is right there as well. We've equalised. I don't know what the defenders were doing. Their positioning was all over the place, but it's a nice run from Harry Forrester, and it's also a very accomplished finish as well. It's a case of learning. Can these players finish the way that I'm used to with better quality players on FIFA? Tried the driven low finish. It worked very nicely. 1-1. Andrew, cross there to Reed. This is good football. McNulty's touch takes him in the box. What a save from Long. We might have a decent keeper on our hands here. He's made a couple of very good stops and didn't really stand a chance with their goal. I've been impressed. Very impressed. Oh, off the bar there from Grimmer, and the rebound, he heads wide. Perhaps Coventry should, despite the quality of our goalkeeper, be 2-1 up. Jeeps. Win this, please. what a header from Oshilaya. Really like the way that he's played in this game. Basically, my centre-back pairing and my striker pairing seem to be pretty decent. Kwesi can't quite... I've not done anything there. Why has he lunged at that? Andy Bartram, what are you doing? I've not told you to do that. If he'd have stayed on his feet, he might have been able to just get to the ball. I don't have that many wingers, actually. We shall have to hope that one of our Scout Future Stars or early scouted players is going to be a left-sided midfielder or just any sort of winger, because Frankum isn't necessarily very fast or well-suited to playing out wide. I'm playing a 4-4-2 basically to start off with this series because it does seem to be the obvious one to play with Wimbledon. Their default was a 3-5-2, but I've been quite happy with the 4-4-2 in this game, providing that we can get a result, of course. Kelly, nice tackle by Parrott. He's come off the bench here, but unfortunately ran into a secondary defender. McNulty ran the corner to Harris, who shoots wide. Been a very even game. They've obviously hit the bar, so have come close to getting the second to win it, but I felt comfortable enough with this Wimbledon team. And like I say, very pleased with the strike partnership, very pleased with the centre-back partnership. And to be fair, in central midfield, Abdul has run things. He's been extremely good for me. And Harry Forrester on the right has been good too. Slightly underwhelmed with Bartram. And nothing really to say positively or negatively about the wing-backs. But everyone else in the team currently is pretty good. So, I'm hoping, over the course of the first few scout reports, we can find players to replace players that I'm not so keen on. And then over the course of the next 12 to 18 months, bleed out the players that are better to start with and replace them with players that can grow to become real stars and legends of the series and Wimbledon Football Club. We'll have to wait and see I say Wimbledon Football Club, perhaps I should say AFC Wimbledon, because that's the way around it's done these days. But a 1-1 draw against Coventry. I think I'll probably just, rather than play the game, or rather than only play this game, I'll go and simulate the rest of the month. So we'll have all of July today, then all of August tomorrow, and then further and further, so on and so on. So I'll simulate the rest of the games though, just so we don't take up too much time with episode number 1. But if you are enjoying, do make sure that you drop the video a like rating and subscribe to the channel to make sure you don't miss out on more. We've got some scout reports back on those free agents, which is good news. International management, no thank you. Seth Owens wants to play. Sorry, my man. Transfer offer for Alfie Egan. I'm just going to accept that straight away. Thank you very much. He's only on £880 a week. Right, I'm going to go and have a look at these scout reports, and then I'll come back to you. After looking through, I think I am going to make an offer here for Raul Bejarano because his physicals look really good, even at this early stage of his career at 19. He is only 5'10", but he's got 75 jumping, which can obviously grow, and technically we can train him. So I am going to throw an offer in for him when I get the chance. I'll go into the transfer hub to do that. I'm not going to go for Spaz Slavchev. I just don't quite think he's going to be good enough long term. His physicals don't excite me at all, and you have to be careful with young players because sometimes they really don't grow as well as you might hope they do physically. Kostadin Stoyanov though, 6'2", okay physicals at just 16 years of age. I'm probably going to put an offer in for him. He's only on £880 a week. He's only 51 rated currently, but there's plenty of room for growth there. Frosler, again, not sure about him. I think I prefer Bejarano, so I'll prioritise him even though he's a couple of inches taller. And then Vasil Dimitrov, looks decent, 74 crossing as well. I'm definitely going to put an offer in for him too. So I'm going to remove Frosler, and we will put an offer in for all three of these young players, and hopefully get ourselves 3 new signings even in episode number 1. The young 16-year-old CDM is going to sign for £1,200 a week with a signing bonus of £15,000 for 4 years as a prospect, a hot prospect. It's going to be his squad role. Signing number 1 done. He definitely does not look 16 years old, does he? That's not a 16-year-old kid. He looks more like he's 36, not 26. Right, I'm going to go and offer for Bejarano and Dimitrov now. Right, Raul Bejarano, the centre-back, he actually asked for a 1-year contract, which is the first time anyone's done that to me on career mode. I managed to negotiate a 2-year deal, so at least he's not going to run out of contract in the first season. He's going to be on £950 a week with a £10,000 signing on fee with a little bonus for 5 clean sheets as well. So we'll accept that, and that's a second youngster in immediately. And now Dimitrov, we will go and get the left back in as well, hopefully. Right, Dimitrov is going to come in on £1,700 a week, a signing on fee of £23,000 with an appearance bonus of 17.5k after 10 appearances. He wanted an important squad role, which is fine. He's going to be younger than anyone else we've got left back and about the same sort of rating, so I'm happy to start him. And a 3-year deal for him. He asked for 2, and I was able to negotiate 3. Obviously, the longer we're able to keep people on, the better. And that is 3 new signings in already in episode number 1, which is absolutely fantastic. Which means we can take Kennedy out and we can throw Dimitrov in immediately. I'm going to throw Bejarano on the bench, and we will do the same with Stoyanov. He's probably not going to fit in immediately, but hopefully with some training we can get those youngsters to improve. And I will start training now after we've simulated this game that we've got on this day against Brescia, and then we'll go and finish the month. And the board are already happy with what we've done with the youth programme. That's fantastic. We've already gained 1 piece of the experience points and 1 criteria of the expectations. In fact, oh no, yeah, sorry, I saw 2 of 2 and I was like, oh, we've done both the short term. We haven't. That's weird. I definitely have assigned someone to the midfielder position because I just signed a CDM. Maybe they need to be a centre mid, a left mid or a right mid to actually match that criteria. That's odd. Anyway, moving forward, let's go and simulate this game against Brescia. We'll start the same 11 as we did in the last game and we'll see how we get on. Brescia won in the first game and we win this one with a goal each from Kwesi Appiah and Lyle Taylor. That's great news. That means that we'll be able to hopefully get ourselves through to the next round and earn some extra prize money. Right, let me go and figure out who I want to train and where I want to train them. Right, so to begin with, I'm going to train Stoyanov, the CDM, in his passing and his tackling, because he's going to be a central defensive midfielder. Bejarano concentrating on his passing and his tackling as well. You guys know I like to play possession football. Obviously, I want to improve his defending, and then if I can get him to be just that little bit better on the ball early on in his career, then fingers crossed that will bode well for his future career. And Dimitrov, obviously you can't train physicals like sprint speed and acceleration and stuff, but I can make sure that he's better in the tackle. He's actually better in the slide than he is in the stand to start off with, but hopefully with some training we can get everybody that we bring in up a few ratings, and already Stoyanov is up 1. Does that bode well, the fact that he got an A grade in both of his opening training sessions? Maybe he's going to be a great grower and fly up the ratings. We'll have to wait and see. Still no transfer offers in, as I say that. We've got transfer offers in for Dean Parrott. 570k from Burton, I will accept. Dean Parrott will leave us, and hopefully we can get some extra money raised and find ourselves with another scout. Let's go and simulate this game against Carl Zeiss Hainer. I presume that's how it's pronounced. I really apologise if I'm completely butchering it. I probably am. And a 2-1 win again. This time a goal for Dimitrov on debut. How's that from the left back? That was wonderful. What a start. Really pleased with that. 2 scout reports. An offer for Lyle Taylor. Now initially, but he's a lot of money. Lyle Taylor has been very good for me. Or at least I very much enjoyed playing with Lyle Taylor. I might hold off. I might hold off until I know that I've got a good enough replacement. Because I don't necessarily want to... Yes, I want to sell as many players as possible to bring in as many players as possible. But I don't want to unnecessarily weaken the team to mean that I can't then achieve the... Team Parrott's transfer talks are broken down with Burton. That sucks. Alfie Egan has sold though, so that's some extra money in. That's good news. How much have we got now in the transfer budget? £1.3 million with £5,000 available there. Right, youth staff. Can we afford anyone? Oh, can we afford anyone else? Let's have a look. This guy intrigues me at 924, but I think I'm going to save for the better scout. Hopefully we can get another couple of players through. You guys will have to let me know. Do you reckon I should sell players like Lyle Taylor early doors? We haven't yet had any potential striking options, so I don't... Oh, we lost 2-0 to Perugia. Great. Okay, well, we're out of the pre-season tournament. That's July done and dusted. And a transfer offer for Joe McDonnell. That I will accept. Thank you very much. And a transfer offer for Frank Coombe as well. That too, I will accept. 320. Actually, that's very much undervalued. Let me negotiate that, actually. I don't want to sell... yes, I want to sell players, but I don't want to sell them too far undervalued. Let's just ask for 520. It's valued at 475. They'll offer me 405% sell-on fee. We will counter. Personally transfer fee. If you can match his valuation, then you can have him. How's that sound? Go on. 420. Come on. Come on, you can do it. You can give me a little bit more. How about 450? That extra 30k could come in handy, and it looks like they are going to accept that. Good. So it looks like another player might be on the way out. £484,000 added to the budget as well from the pre-season tournament. It's a shame we weren't able to get to the final and earn a little bit more money, but never mind. I'll have another quick train. I'm not sure how long this video will be at this point. I apologise if it's overly too long, but Stoyanov is up again. Dimitrov now up to 64, and Bejarano is now into the 60s. This is going well to this point. I'm very pleased with how things are going so far. We'll advance. Like I say, we'll do a month per episode. Obviously, once we get out of the transfer window, episodes might be a little bit shorter. Lilac retractor, that's fine. I wanted to make sure that I had a replacement first, because I don't have that many options at striker, at least that many decent options at striker. An offer for Kaya, 56 rated player. I'll accept that. It's above valuation, thank you. And Joe McDonnell is gone. 100 grand has been added to the transfer budget. So what is our budget looking like now? £1.9 million is what the transfer budget looks like now. We're getting closer to that other youth scout who was 2.9, I believe. 2.4. Oh, it's updated. We have a couple here for 2.46. Right, we're not far away from being able to get a couple of, or at least another really, really good scout. George Frankham is sold. That's 300 grand raised. And another offer here for Belickley will accept. Pardon me. And hopefully, what does it look like now? I don't think I can quite afford it yet, can I? If I alter the budget slightly, I can, maybe. But wages and then sign-on fees, etc. could be an issue. Let's wait until we get one more sale. I don't want to completely deplete my my resources and then find myself not actually being able to afford to buy anyone. A transfer offer for Darius Charles, I'm going to reject that. A, it's well undervalued, and B, Darius Charles is going to be one of the best players we have, or is one of the best players we have in the squad, and will be a good, experienced player to keep at the team to ensure that we have, some leaders in the squad, and we're not left with an entire squad of children. Hopefully, though, we can get ourselves one or two more sales before the end of July, and then go and get that extra scout for next month. Transfer for Will Nightingale, a 21-year-old centre-back, currently rated at 60, 300 grand, and the offer is 320, except, looks like Will Nightingale might be leaving us as well. Right, waiting for my first scout report from my scout. That will be a big sign of things to come. What sort of level of player my scouts bring to me. Transfer for Lyle Taylor again. Millwall, 820 grand. The offers are getting kind of hard to turn down now. Belickley and Kaya have gone. I will again hold off on Lyle Taylor, but we have enough money now, I believe, to go and get another youth staff member. 2.464. We'll go for the Scot Ewan McDonald. Welcome to the club, Ewan. We will set up a scouting network for you. And where shall I send him? We've sent one guy to England. We'll stay domestic for now while we're in the lower leagues, and then we'll perhaps look further afield once we find ourselves going up the league table, up the league ladder. 820k for Lyle Taylor is hard to turn down, but for the time being, we will leave it as is, because as you can see, I've not got much money left at all. So, hoping that we can get another couple of sales through. I may be forced to sell Lyle Taylor. An offer for Barry Fuller. That's good news. 62 rated right back that really isn't going to do any good for me whatsoever. 150k, that will come in handy, thank you. I do have, he's in my starting lineup, Fuller, but I've got a number of left backs that I could potentially play right back, like Owens, like Kennedy, like Meads. So to let Fuller go isn't too much of an issue with regards to the overall squad as things stand right now. And then we're about to head into the month of August. I will stop the simulation there. We'll stop on the 1st, and hopefully I'll have a scout report. Got 6 emails. Everybody's overalls will have updated as well. Youth squad update. Ruben Harrer. I believe that's my Scout Future Star. Scout was returned, yes. Scout Future Star is Ruben Harrer, a CDM who's 5'10" from Argentina, potential of 69 to 89. He could be very, very good. I can't call him up at the minute because he's only 15 years of age, but that has now fulfilled the other part of the criteria for the board, which is weird. Barry Fuller is sold. Transfer offer for Dean Parrott. Now the last offer, Nightingale sold as well. The last offer for Dean Parrott actually fell through. But this one's actually for more, so I'll accept that. Thank you very much, Grimsby. Dean Parrott might be on his way out. Monthly scouting report. Who have we got? Potential of 57 to 75 for Brandon Edwards. 72 to 94 for Will Robinson. That looks promising. 51 to 69. 40 to 50. 67 to 93. Now, 70 to 94 as well. I think 70 to 94, I will sign him immediately. 72 to 94, I'll adjust the budget and sign him immediately. And then 67 to 93 looks promising as well with Will Bell. Can I afford him? I'll auto adjust the budgets and sign him as well. There was a car alarm going off outside, apologies. And we'll wait for the other two to see what happens with regards their potential growth. But in the youth squad now, we'll have a couple of players. And I will immediately call these guys up to the first team, I think. 49 rated Will Bell. Good physicals to start off with. At least he's got a little bit of pace. We can start training him. Will Robinson is a right back. Not the best physicals, but hopefully he'll grow. He's only 15, so I can't call him up yet anyway. And Ewan Wright is a midfielder, a wide midfielder. I mentioned, didn't I, in the last game? I was looking for more wide midfielders. We have gotten them already. Right. Can I promote to the youth team? Yes. Can I promote to the youth team? Yes. Buzzing. That is very, very good news. I think that's a great episode number 1, don't you think? 5 new youth signings that will go immediately into contention for first team spots. Drop the video a like if you enjoyed. Subscribe to the channel too for more. We'll have episode number 2 tomorrow. And we'll be starting the league season tomorrow as well. So fingers crossed everything goes well. And hopefully we can get some more business done. I'll see you then.